What's up, everybody? How's everything going? Hey, Tor, I see somebody left this in chat while we were queuing up.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they're really fragile, aren't they? We were talking about that on another stream the other day.
About carrying them, yeah, and we're like,
yeah, they're
like
nice.
3 standard brass nozzles, so I was like,
you know, you sure it's not a skill issue, Tor?
They are really. I was really worried about the bamboos with how they have theirs set up, but theirs is a lot thicker than.
Yeah, theirs is a little bit better. They're still prone to getting bent, hence why we have the upgraded hot ends. Trying not to get shut down this week. Well, no one's going to be showing off engraving on any forbidden skilly content on this live stream. We'll have to have live streams on platforms that aren't run by a bunch of pussies. There's really no other way to say it. Yeah. So, all right. It's been a pretty slow news week, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was looking around earlier, and there wasn't really much. Most of the posts everybody's doing right now is like sales and what to buy, what to print.
Yeah, not the A1, right? The A1 is still is no. That one's no. Oh, that's such a shame.
Surprised nobody's posting that.
Right. Yeah, no. There is some interesting controversy around of all things printables. Prusa's model sharing website, which when I read about that, I was pretty like shocked to read about. I'm wondering.
Maker really isn't happy with them.
No, like, yeah, that's it. And the thing is too, like, I just want to see, like, if anybody has any 3D printing news that you want us to talk about. We have 2 things right now. One of them we'll be talking about for a little bit here, which is the whole printables terms of service stuff. We're going to be digging through that and talking about that. And the other thing is we're going to talk about Bamboo Lab is getting into 3D scanning. So those are the 2 things we have to talk about. We'll have the Q&A. So unless you guys have other stuff that we somehow didn't come across when we were looking for stuff to talk about this week, go ahead and send it into the into the like the Q&A is fine. You can submit it there, so you can go and send it into the Q&A here. TH3Dstudio.com. I went ahead and put that in up there. I got Matt behind me working on the Tina 2. So if Peter's watching, he's putting all those upgrades on that you sent us. So Peter usually doesn't miss our streams. So Peter, are you there, Peter? Mr. Peter Anderson or Andressen? I think it's Andrew. Is it Anderson or Andressen? I think it's like Andressen or something like that. I just know Peter. He loves watching our channel. He's an awesome dude. Did he send you? He was the one who accidentally, because he sends us random stuff, which we appreciate. We like getting a little random things. If you guys ever want to send us random stuff to mess with or screw about, or go ahead, you can send it right to the address on our website. Or if you want to send it to Tor, let me know, and I can just put a note in there, and I can forward it on to him. We like little projects. I think, wasn't it he actually sent some speakers or something to us?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is Anderson. It just has 2 S's on it. Yeah, I might send those to you, although I am kind of interested in messing with like
doing some DIY.
Yeah, DIY speakers. That is something that is really interesting. I checked the tracking on here, and it shows that it went to Hobart. It was out for delivery, and then it says it was forwarded, and there's a comment moved, left no address. So either he had the wrong address for us, or USPS is stupid. Which, I mean, so my local carrier, he's awesome. James, if you're watching this, we love you, man. He's awesome. But the whole entire entity of USPS, they're not that great. I feel like they have been getting better, because like when we've opened package claims and stuff for customers, they actually do contact us now. Like we've gotten calls back from actual like people at the local post offices where the packages were last seen, which is surprising. So I don't know if they're finally being better about it, but yeah, in general, USPS is a pain in the ass.
Their site is horrible. Putting those claims in can take quite a bit of time, but now that they're contacting you, it's not as bad.
Yeah, well, half the time you go to submit a thing, or I go to submit a thing, and the form is broken.
Yeah, it errors out, sends you some sort of error code, or something wasn't right. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, they're not. I mean, if there was a better carrier that was more cost effective, we would be using them. But sadly, that's not the case. Yeah, I was just that guy that was saying he wasn't getting good adhesion with his Pet G on his bamboo. Guess what he's running the Pet G temps at?
What was it, 80 or something like that?
No, he's got the correct bed temp. He's only running the hot end at 225 on the hardened steel. He needs to go way hotter.
Yeah. Bump your temps up, my friend. I was looking at the deposition sound speakers that they sent some screenshots over of. Those look pretty good.
Yeah. No, the thing is, we have had, I don't know what it is with the bamboo users, but we have had, out of all the kind of dumb tickets, that's you just kind of scratch your head going we just have such influx. We have people that they'll buy the tubing from us, and we sell tubing by the meter, and it comes in one continuous length. So if you order 3 meters, you get.
Yeah, we've sold tubing for 4 or 5 years,
7 years, six. It's almost since we started. So this will be our 7th year, and we'll get emails like, I ordered 2 meters and I only got 1. When are you going to ship the other half of my order? And I'm like, and one of them says, oh, it says the bag says B2 on it. And I'm like, yeah, that's the bamboo tubing. So we mark the bags with, if it's the regular tough tube, it just gets the number of how many meters are in that bag written on it. And then if it's the bamboo one, we put a B to note that it's the bamboo, even though that we have the bamboo tubing colored slightly different so we can tell it apart. And I'm like, yeah, that's your order. You ordered 2 meters. Your bag says B2. That means it's a bamboo version of the tube, and there's 2 meters in the bag. We literally by hand cut all the tubing and bag it, as the orders come in. So as the orders come in, we get a printout of what people ordered. There's 3 10s, there's 5 2s, a couple 3s, a couple 4s, and then we'll sit there, cut all the tubing out, we'll bag it, write what went into the bag, and then they get put into the orders. But in all the 6+ years we've been selling PTFE, we've never once had any of the Creality or Soval or any of the other Chinese printer users tell us that we didn't send
like
them everything.
Once or twice over the
I've never seen
years.
it. I've never seen them say that we didn't send them all the tubing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but it is written on the page that it's one continuous length of whatever you order. So if you order
which is what you want. If we sent you 2 1 meter cutoffs, you're gonna have a lot of waste. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just the things that they don't, a lot of the bamboo users don't understand, like the new bamboo users, you know, obviously people like me and Tor and a lot of our viewers that have, you know, they've been through the ringer with the other Chinese printers and now they have the bamboos. Like, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about like the people that like, this is their first printer. Like they just don't think as much into things as the other users, which I thought was, I didn't think that was possible because we've seen a lot of like, seen a lot of stuff with some of the reality users. But I'm like, we've seen a whole nother level of people just not using their brains with the bamboo users. So yeah, there's that. Take that as you will. But yeah.
Glad to hear you're happy with it, David. Howdy, Hulu.
But okay, aside from that tangent, but it's like, I just want people to like use their brains a little more, like before sending us tickets. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, take it out of the bag. Does this look? Because like a meter is like this, and 2 meters, I can't hold 2 meters end to end and pull it, you know, straight in my arms. Like I don't have that arm span. You know what I mean? Like
people I don't know. Maybe MA education, but sometimes I worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, what is it? The core math or whatever the hell it is these days.
Common
where they
core.
like, yeah, where it's like I didn't understand what people were complaining about, and I looked into it. I was like, this is stupid. Like this doesn't make sense. And for somebody that's not great at math, like even that, it's like this is making it harder. So, yeah. Okay, so, all right. Yeah, my buddy Mike gave me a heart attack because I sent him some stuff to test out for us because he's testing some of the bamboo. We did get some of the high flow nozzles for the hot ends we sell in with like the little like 3 holes in it. It's kind of like, it's like the CHE, but it's not the same thing. It's like gets around their patent type of thing. And so he sent me, I was checking tickets and I was like, God damn it, now we're gonna have to deal with another idiot. And I realized it was from him. I was like, God damn it, Mike. Because he was like, I didn't actually get this package. You need to next day air me something right now or I'm leaving bad reviews everywhere. And the sad part is that's something we've had, that's like stuff we've had people do to us. So it was like, I was like, God damn it. I don't want to deal with more crap. Like yeah. So I don't know. He doesn't usually watch the streams. I've tried to get him on here because he's worked in the printing industry for many years, longer than I have. But he's a very private individual, so I doubt he'll want to show. He doesn't like his face being seen. He's not about the streaming life or doing videos. But if you guys have been at some events, he's been there. So, but yeah, he refers to remain in the shadows, so to speak. He's mysterious. All right.
He doesn't want to deal with people.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's one of the like he sold his business that he had because he was tired of dealing with customers. Which I don't blame him. I just realized my one light got shut off here. I know, right?
Better hide your hip, buddy, or we're going to be shut down within the first 10 minutes. I will just delete your tickets. I will delete them if you do that. It's like, oh, you don't even have an order for it. Goodbye.
And hide my hit, buddy? Was that what you said? Oh, my hip. Oh, hit. I thought you said hit. HIT.
Your hip.
No. It's not being handled. It identifies as a cell phone. It's my cell phone. Okay, it identifies as a cell phone. Okay, let's get into the news. Yeah, no, and I'm just curious, how many of you guys watching either were watching the stream on Rumble or then later went and watched it on Rumble? Because I was like, when they flagged our video, and I will fully admit, I'm not gonna be like those people like I don't agree with YouTube's views on things. And it is my fault for not keeping up with their content policy changes. But I never would have thought that not being like that, just handling, like just showing off a firearm would get your video flagged. Like just showing something. We weren't even like talking really about the firearm itself. We were talking about like look at the engraving. Yeah, it could have been something else. Yeah, it could have been a block of metal or something else. It could have been and here's the other thing too. How do they know that it wasn't an airsoft gun? You know what I mean? Like it could have been an airsoft gun. It could have been a printed model. We don't know. Like, and my whole thing is, and we'll talk about this for a second since we're on the topic, is like I'm wondering, they say specifically you cannot show firearms and like then okay, what is a firearm? Okay, does an airsoft gun count as a firearm? Does a pellet gun count as a firearm? Because I have a pellet gun. If I show and I have printed stuff on my pellet gun.
Don't like, tell YouTube about this.
I don't even know what that is. It just looks like a wall of shit. Like, does a Nerf gun count as a firearm? Does the AI think it's a firearm? Like, we need it spelled out as to what they classify it as, because I know for some people they would classify a paintball gun as a firearm, or an air rifle as a firearm. Like, so I need to log into Twitch and ban this fucking idiot that's spamming shit. Oh, are you on Twitch? Okay.
Pull it up.
I do have Rumble up too. But I'm curious to know after that, because my whole thing was like, screw YouTube. I'm not gonna go ahead and pull the video down from another place, spend my time editing it, re-uploading it. I'm just gonna forward people to a platform that is okay with common sense shit. You know, we weren't being reckless with it. We weren't improperly handling it. It wasn't loaded. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we weren't improperly handling the thing, you know, like, whereas if we were improperly handling it, flagging people, you know, not using proper trigger discipline, absolutely you should probably flag that content, because you should always, when handling firearms, they should be treated with respect and handled properly, whether you like it or not. I know some people watching may not like that, but they exist and they should be properly handled. They should be treated with respect in all cases, right?
Yeah.
But my whole thing was like, it never would have crossed my mind that I couldn't even show handling one. Not even like doing a tutorial, just straight up holding it on a live stream. That never would have crossed my mind that would be something YouTube would have put into the terms of service to not allow. You know, I know you can't show, like, if I wanted to show you guys a whole from start to finish tutorial on, hey, I'm going to 3D print and build my own Glock, they will not allow that on here. If we ever did something like that, we would have to post it on a channel that actually allows you to post things like that, like on Rumble. I would never post that on YouTube because I know that violates their terms of service. But the other thing too is they don't update everybody when they update their TOS. You know, maybe I missed it. I mean, I'm willing to accept responsibility that we did technically violate. We did violate their TOS for the live streams. I wasn't aware that we violated until it happened. Right? Like, it's not like I knew about it. I was like, screw you guys. You know, it just sucks. Like, you almost have to have a thing, and it's an ever changing goalpost of, okay, what did they change this week? What did they change last week? What did they change last year? What did they change 4 years ago? And my question I had, and I want to hear from you guys in the chat, is, you know, if they specifically state that you can't have any firearms handling it or whatever on a live stream. My question is, if I downloaded, let's say we knew we were going to have some talk about that stuff on a stream, and we're going to go, okay, this is going to be on Rumble, right? So
just put an overlay up for the YouTube chat.
Like, yeah, put an overlay up. Yeah, like
happening.
Yeah, like we're being sent. I thought about how we would do that too. It'd be actually kind of harder to implement. But my whole thing is, let's say we said, okay, this week's stream, because we're going to be talking about stuff YouTube doesn't like, is only going to be on Rumble, but their terms of service and their guidelines specifically state live. Okay. If we then downloaded that live stream video and re-uploaded it to YouTube, does that still violate the policy? Because technically it's just uploading and recording. It was not on YouTube live. And the other thing too is, if you do it live and the system or somebody doesn't catch it, I think some idiot flagged the video, which is probably what happened. Some little, pussy who was like, I don't like it, I'm going to flag and report it. I think that's what happened. My whole thing is, if let's say it didn't get flagged, it didn't get caught, and it's no longer live, does that rule still apply? Because then people watching it later on are watching a replay. They're not actually watching a live video. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's like what constitutes a live video? And after, like, does it have to get caught while it's live? And then if it doesn't get caught, is the replay fine? And if that's the case, if the replay's fine, or if if that's the case, if the case is that the replay is not fine, does that mean I also then can't pull the live stream down from a platform we stream on that allows that stuff and then upload it to YouTube, because then it technically was never live and up? Like, do you guys see the problem? The problem with this? Like,
I definitely think it was reported, because Light Source even said he's had a ton of videos and live streams of engraving AR receiver, stripped it down, and that's still considered a firearm by the ATF.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like where does it stop? And the sad part is YouTube won't, like, if I ask this, like, if I ask this for, like, went up to YouTube and be like, hey, answer my question. Like
you'll just get an automated response from
like if I asked him, like, so that's what I'm saying. So yeah, so this is what my interpretation would be, is that recordings of the live events are okay, but here's the thing: what if somebody flags it and we get some idiot that does, that works at like YouTube and is like, well, this was technically live and this does technically violate our terms of service if it was live, and it was live. You know what I mean? Because I've watched people like Sean. I've watched people like Sean, 3D Print General, literally get his entire channel removed. So, and the thing is too, like, if you guys ever see like us not doing stuff when we typically are doing stuff, check our other channels, check Rumble. That's typically basically our backup. We're streaming on there now. I see there's a couple of people watching over there. I have live chat up on Rumble. It doesn't come through on our Streamlabs system, but I do have the live chat window up, so I can see your guys' questions. David Hefter says, I'm telling you, it was Grant. Did Grant like say something? I mean, Grant would be petty enough to do that. But again, we did violate the terms of service, so that's why I didn't fight it. I was like, yep, you're right. That was my bad. So, all right. Let's see. Let's jump into the news. Do you want to talk about the scanning, or do you want to talk about the really actually kind of concerning printables stuff? I mean, people make jokes about
scanning isn't all that big, but that's cool. They're getting into scanning.
Yeah, let's just jump into it really quick. So we got an article here from All3DP. That I hate all this. AI is the new buzzword. You guys remember like 5 or 6, maybe 10 years ago? It probably was 10 years ago at this point, where cloud was the buzzword. Like, AI is the new buzzword for tech stuff. Like AI
generated pictures are the new fad for both All3DP and
I know. Fabaloo. Oh my god, yeah. Well, was it All3DP or was it Fabaloo?
It was Fabaloo.
I think it was Fabaloo. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Quite a few here too.
Yeah, and it's lazy. Like, so let's see. They launched their Maker Lab Experience 3 Pro. No, I am sharing my knowledge right now. Subscribe and like our channel. Let's see. Their Maker Lab Experience prototype 3D modeling applications that currently include an AI scanner and a 3D to relief sculpture tool. Okay. So are they going to be making like hardware?
You just
it sounds
record
like
a video with your phone. You have to take a video of you circling it 3 times from like different views each time, and then they'll generate a model from it.
Yeah, do they have, let's see, it's on their blog here.
Here, let me pull up
mine. Yeah, it is on their blog here. Okay, so let's see here. Maker Lab currently features Make My Sign, Make My Vase, and Pixel Puzzle Maker. These tools allow for the personalization and customization of 3D printed models to suit individual preferences. I actually didn't know they had that stuff. I don't, to be honest, I don't use Maker World that often.
I need to look at it more for some of the multicolor print stuff.
Okay, so 3D relief to experiments, or 3D to relief sculpture, and then AI scanner.
Yeah, the 3D to relief is just you take a model, send it in, put whatever angle you want, and it makes like a lithophane kind of thing.
Okay, so
it's like the raised print.
I have this video here. I do have a turntable. Let's see, experience it. Oh, I can't. Hang on.
Here, pull mine up. I'm logged in.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll pull yours up. There you go.
Yeah, you just circle it a couple times with different angles. You see it's going lower and lower on each one. Don't compress, flip, filter.
Do you want to try doing one right now?
It's going to take like 30 minutes. I don't have enough room in here to do it. I'd have to run out to the living room or something.
I mean, hang on. Let me see. So, AI scanner, try it. Do I have to do it on... Okay, so we want a top, an eye, and then a view from below. Okay, so I have to like make a... Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can just scan something simple here. I got let's see. I'm gonna scan my Milwaukee grill here. I wonder if I could put it, hang on. Let's sit on top of this printer here. Get that out of the way.
It's gonna get butthurt because of the dogs walking around.
Oh, hang on, wait. I was seeing if I had like a table. I got this box from this resin printer. Hang on. Let's see. So I want a video. I kind of like at the angle here. I come down.
I know on the latest iPhones they have.
And I'm gonna do kind of like
better scanning for 3D stuff. Boss, he has a couple Ender 5s ready for that.
Let's see. I'm gonna upload it. Oh, wrong chair. I was like, that doesn't feel like my air.
Yeah, I think it was Uncle Jesse do like full room scanning with the new iPhones. Who's going to use an iPhone? I don't think anybody here has an iPhone.
The iPhone has LiDAR scanner. This has my S22 Ultra has LiDAR in it.
Ooh.
I think they're called time of flight is the technical term, but they got to make it sound like when they do something that everybody else has been doing for years that it's like some sort of something new and exciting when it's not. Makerworld.com/en/makerlab. It'd probably be easier to just
send it to your server and upload.
Well, it's probably uploading right. I mean, maybe it did. It is going over Wi-Fi. Let me see if the camera upload is done already. Sort by date. Is it done already? Oh, it is. Okay. It's done already. Okay. So general mode. Next step. And like I said, I do have
oh.
Okay, it did detect that.
Pretty decent.
Okay, create model. So we'll probably have to come back to this.
Yeah, we have plenty to talk about with the next subject.
Yeah, we can come back to this. All right, well, I'll keep this up, and we'll just leave it there for a bit. Reset that. So I'll I don't know if let's see, it says you can go back and let's see if I hit try it. Is it like model? Here uploads maybe? No.
This one you have to upload a 3D model.
Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Okay, yeah, so you just go back here, it comes back. All right, well, we'll come back and see if that does it. All right, in the meantime, though, you want to talk about printables here, and we're going to see if they changed it. Because what was
they've been silent for the past couple of days. It was 2.2.
So 2.2. Let's see. So Jacob. So this is concerning here. So user content and license terms. By uploading user content, so your files and stuff, whatever you upload to printables, the user grants the operator, aka Prusa, a non-exclusive gratuitous license for the reproduction and communication of the work to the public worldwide and for the duration of the property rights of the work. I don't know what duration of the property rights to the work means. The operator may further
as long as it's up on the site.
Maybe. The operator may further grant the authorizations thus obtained to a third party in the form of a sublicense, meaning they can sell people licenses and permission to use whatever you upload to printables. So think about that. That's what this says. The operator, aka Prusa is the operator, may grant the authorizations thus obtained to a third party in the form of a sublicense, especially for the purpose of operating and promoting printables and other services of the operator. So how this reads is it sounds like it is mainly for marketing.
It doesn't matter what license you put on it. Their license, they supersede that.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, I see people asking questions in the chat. You have to use the form. Look at the text going at the top of the bar here. If you have a question, put it in there. We'll not be answering questions from the chat. We go through the form so we can process it in the order they're received. Just how we do things. It also allows us to get questions from any platform we're on. So if you guys are watching on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or Rumble, everybody can go to the same URL. It's qa.th3dstudio.com. So you got a question, you have to put it in there. That's the rules here. But yeah, so this is concerning to me because if basically this says let's say I started a well, actually, here, let me put it this way. This is something that we've had, so somebody had the SVO6 ducts. We have our own version that we designed completely from scratch at this point. But before that, we were printing a commercial use allowed license that was on printables, right? So based on the terms of service here, it sounds like if I was Prusa, I could then just, even if you put it as a non-commercial license, the terms of service then grants me the ability to take your files and models you upload. And if I want to sell the models and sell the prints, I can basically do whatever I want with them because you agree to this terms of service.
Yeah, it's on our site, so it's ours now.
Right? So, I mean, like, we have a thing in our terms of service about, like, if, somebody sends us, like, pictures for troubleshooting and stuff, that we can use those in, like, our support documentation. Like, that's something we do, but we don't have rights to the files you send us. Like, we just have, like, if you upload, like, pictures and stuff, and we ask people before, like, if there's personal information in there, we won't use them, but there have been times where we've had pictures, that customers have sent in on a ticket or something, that we then use to make a help article to help other customers. But
like
we're not
wiring, what not to do.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so like they're basically a non-exclusive. So they're saying you can't not license to other things, but it says here for the reproduction and communication of the work to the public worldwide and for the duration of the private right. So this telling reproduction here, they can print it and they could sell it because you are giving them permission to do this when you upload them.
And that's pretty much what they did. It's actually the same models that the guy was posting, just downloading Polymaker's videos from Instagram or whatever it was, and then just re-uploading them. Those Pokemon models. It was actually Beedrill that they use on the Prusa XL to show off their multicolor printing. And their Polymaker was like, what are you doing?
So this is interesting here. If the user uploads and publishes any printing documents or printables, the user provides them to the operator and offers services to other users under the Creative Commons license and some of the available variants of the GNU license or BSD, here and thereafter referred to as free licenses. The operator does not grant any license to the user for the printing documents. The issue of the printing documents through printables represent a proposal to enter into a license agreement under the selected terms and conditions of the free license made by the user vis-a-vis to other users. The user acknowledges that the free licenses are irrevocable after publication of the printing documents. Now, what does printing documents mean? Does this mean are printing documents
like your guides on how to get it printed and set up?
Okay, because I was like, if it's STL, if it's an STL, is that a printing document? I actually haven't even looked. Do they have things that are like, what do they classify as printing documents on here? Hang on, let me see here. Is it like the education? Like, what is considered a printing document? I don't know if I have. I think I have a printables account. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have a personal one here. So if I do create the model make Thingiverse, I'm looking here. There's text files. Is PDF one of the allowable ones? It is. But this says model. Yeah, is it the G code? Because I know can't you like upload G code too?
Yes.
No, that's make as a photo. Can you is G code? Yeah, G code is one of the allowable things. Maybe that's it. Yeah, it's like just the wording and the verbiage of all this is just, I don't know. It doesn't really sit that right with me.
Well, Polymaker's really not happy about it. They're threatening to take all their models off printables.
Oh, wait, hang on. Right here, printing documents. It says right here. Here's the definition of printing documents. So, okay, printing documents are the STL files.
Yeah.
So they're saying in the particular form of print files, G-code, 3D model files, related images, and other information in files, hereinafter referred to as printing documents. So that guy that got pissed off at us because he posted it under a open license, he legally couldn't do shit about it because it's irrevocable. So if you put something for free, you cannot then revoke the license or change it. Like in terms of non-commercial, like you can't change the license afterward. It's irrevocable.
Yeah, so if you upload something, you better make sure you select the right.
Yeah, so the printing documents are considered to be user content under the printable's terms and conditions. So printing documents are also referred to as user content.
They essentially own it all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, that means too, like if you post something and it's under one of the free licenses, you cannot revoke them at all. So, I mean, that guy that had a problem with us selling the commercial license, or because he had a Creative Commons attribution, I think it was, which we did follow on the product page. He got pissy that we were selling it, and then tried to change it. I was like, I could have been like, well, screw you, dude. Like right here, I didn't even look at this. You can't change it. You publish it under a commercial allowed license. You can't revoke it afterwards. Like you can't.
It'll save me some time. Shoot. I like ours.
Yeah, I mean ours is better anyways. The one that you made is way better than his. It fits better. It's assembles easier. It's more durable. It was a net positive that we just
except if you use pliers, apparently.
Oh my god! Don't get me started on that guy.
Wrong bolt.
Yeah, we can talk about that after this. I'm just reading through here. User agrees to display printing documents through printable only if the user has the necessary authorization to do so. Okay, so this basically means like you can't upload any file to it and then it's public. It means you can't go and upload a copyrighted file under free license, right? Because you don't have permission. They do not. Yeah, they make sure that does not violate any rights, in particular intellectual property rights of third parties. So, for example, like we have an STLFlix membership. I can't then take the STLFlix STL files, upload them to my printables account, and now they're free for everybody. I'm violating their license. Let's see.
We can use your stuff as is, or as we want it, but everything else is on you.
The user agrees not to use the service to display any printing documents. So printing documents include pictures of the prints, the STL files, anything of low quality, intentionally erroneous, or with an incorrect label description. So your shitty prints are technically of terms of service violation on printables. So if you have a really shitty print or a really shitty STL file, you're violating the terms of service.
We just want quality here because we want to reuse it.
That's kind of funny. I mean, a lot of files should be pulled down off that because there's a lot of crap on Thingiverse and printables and all these other places. Will closed captions be added after the live ends? No, we don't do closed captions. I think YouTube does it automatically. I don't have the time to do closed captions for that. I think YouTube auto does it though on the replay. Because I think I've seen it a couple times on ours. I don't have them disabled, but I don't think they do it live. Let's see here. I'm just scrolling through here to see what else is here. But like this section right here, though, this is the concerning part. You're basically saying, that anything that is uploaded to here, the user content, which is your pictures, your files, your G-code, everything, gives Prusa a license to do whatever they want with it, basically, including selling it to other third parties or giving it to or granting, selling, sub-licensing it, including the stuff that including the stuff that you put as non-commercial. So basically, this goes, even if it's a non-commercial license, Prusa, through their terms of service, if let's say you make something that's really awesome, they can just take your design and start selling it because you uploaded it here. What is it? Prusa stole my idea. This is literally giving Prusa permission to steal your ideas. That's how I'm interpreting it. I'm not a lawyer, but that's what it really reads like.
That's how everybody else is interpreting it as well.
Yeah, so if we go here, if we go to Twitter here, or X, we're on X. It's X, not Twitter. Polymaker tweeted, "Hi, at Prusa, would it possible to clarify this part of your printables for TOS? Does this mean uploading a model of printables automatically gives Prusa the right to use the model commercially, whatever the license?" That's what it sounds like. Yeah, I'll go ahead and retweet that. So if you guys want to see that, it's on our X. Is it still retweet? Oh, it's repost now.
They had such a good thing with Twitter. I digress.
I'm trying to see here. Oh, is there more stuff? All this fuss because Prusa printed a model from someone you're printing models from as well. I wonder, did anyone ever ask how Polymaker 3D licensed the prints? I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure they're working with that guy to specifically do this series or whatever they're doing with their filaments, with all the 151 Pokemon, the original 151.
Yeah, here. Let's see. I'm just seeing what else is here. Oh, here, let's see. Bamboo Egg Globe. By uploading, we'll go to theirs, and publishing user content using the service, user gathers MakerWorld, a worldwide royalty non-exclusive license. Wow, so MakerWorld has the same shit too. Let's see. Let's go into this. Go to MakerWorld. Let's look at their terms of service here. How can I? Yet, look at. I'm trying to. How am I supposed to get to the terms of service when it keeps making more pages? That was a fucking pain in the ass. All right, let's see here. Their use of the service. User content. All right, let's see here. The user may upload and publish content with user content through the service here and after user content. The user content can be form of print files. Did they steal this from Prusa, from printables? Did they?
Well, I mean, they copied printables at the very beginning too, where it's just like a dead clone. It was a green clone of
it says
orange.
Okay, so it says the user may upload and publish information. Okay, it's similar in the form of the user content. Okay, no, it's just very similar. They call it print files too. 3D model files, although it's capitalized exactly the same. The user content can be in the form of print files. In the form of print files. Comment. Yeah, hang on. So the order of the terms of service in Prusa for 3D models files. This is 3D models files. They have so they had STL 3MF OBJ AMF. STL 3MF OBJ AMF. So it's the same exact order as on printables.
Same with the images.
Is it JPEG? Okay, I'm looking at printables. It's JPEG, PNG, GIF, and TIFF.
Yep.
JPEG, PNG, GIF, and TIFF, and it's capitalized. They for sure lifted this and rephrased it. 100%. I guarantee that they copied this. This is too similar.
I swear it was probably just ran through like ChatGPT or something.
Well, and then the next section is so there's like a space here. By uploading user content using the services, the user warrants that the user has all rights to the user content. For example, okay, they're saying the user has all rights to it. This is IP violation stuff. Basically saying if you're uploading shit that you shouldn't be uploading, it's on the user, not maker worlds.
They're happy to take your models and use them as they want, but if something gets in trouble,
I'm looking to find where this guy was saying what was the.
Hey,
hang on. What was the? Hang on. This one guy was saying. I'm trying to find the exact verbiage that section was. By uploading and publishing the user content to using the service. By uploading and publishing. Okay, here. By uploading, publishing the user content to using the service, the user grants MakerWorld a world. Okay, so right here, a royalty-free, non-exclusive license to the user content with the ability to sub-license, for example, without limitation, the reproduction and distribution of the user content, as well as displaying user content to the public worldwide. So they're also saying, so MakerWorld, anything you put on printables and MakerWorld, they're saying that they have rights to all your stuff. So let's say you make some mods for your printer. They can go ahead and take your design. That's how this is reading. MakerWorld may use a sublight, and then they're saying here, they're not saying this is only for it. This is saying, for example, and without limitation, for the purpose of operating and promoting the services and other services of MakerWorld. They're just saying that this is an example. This is not saying that this is the only reason they want this license. This is just an example of why they have this.
And they explicitly say they don't have limitations.
Let's look at Thingiverse now. So at this point, based on the TRIOS of all these places, I'm going to look at, they don't have like a term of service. There's legal, maybe. Oh, here we go. Terms of use. Let's see what, so this is Maker. This goes to MakerBot. There's an FAQ for Thingiverse. Hang on. General Thingiverse FAQ. No, this is like using stuff.
Filament on Fire says, Thingiverse says you retain all intellectual property rights for your user content. Company does not claim any ownership of any user content.
I'm looking here. Site. Okay, user content. Okay. User content means any and all information, blah, blah, blah. You're still responsible for user content. Yeah, basically, if you're uploading third-party stuff, they're coming after you, not Thingiverse. License. You hereby grant and you represent and warrant that you have the right to grant to the company, MakerBot, who runs Thingiverse, an irrevocable, non-exclusive, royalty-free sub-license, fully paid, and worldwide licenses to reproduce, distribute, publicly display, perform, prepare derivative works of, incorporate into other works, aka they can put in their products, and otherwise use your user content solely for the purposes of including user content in site and services. Okay, so here, solely for the purposes of including your user content in the sites and services. So this right here is saying you're giving them a license to use it on their site and the services offered on Thingiverse. That's not saying they can use it for whatever they want. They're saying here, except that in the case of modifications and print profiles, you grant the foregoing license for the purpose of any use by company at the company's sole discretion. What does modifications mean?
Is that if you make a better fan duct for their Ultimaker, that it's like, oh, this is a lot better than ours. We're going to be putting that into production now, even though your license says non-commercial use. Like, oh, your print profile is a lot better than ours. We're going to be adding that in.
Yeah, I mean there seems to be my whole thing is that it says except in the case of modifications. What is modification? Let's see. What is okay, so including any modifications, improvements, or alterations made to the products available by the company. Okay, and it's authorized suppliers. So it's saying modifications to their printers. So if you post a MakerBot, if the thing that makes the MakerBot better, they can do what they want with it and their print profiles. I mean, who the hell's making stuff for that? But I mean,
true.
But yeah,
profiles are just going to take and include.
Yeah, no, I mean there's Thingiverse's user policy is actually nice. Everybody wants to rile against Prusa and freaking Bamboo, but their user content licenses are just as shitty. So yeah. What do you guys think? Chat, you're awful quiet today. What do you guys think? I don't like either of these licenses at all. The Maker World or
Thingiverse
the printables.
Said
I like Thingiverse's is actually a lot nicer.
Yeah, nothing about third parties.
Yeah,
being able to use it and sub-license it out.
Like, yeah, that's interesting.
With all the people, all the big names like Print or Polymaker and things like that pushing against it, there might be a change. But they've been radio silent since the 12th. So what, Tuesday?
Yeah, which is really weird because they're usually on top of things. Yeah, yeah, so basically, as I read this again, I'm not a lawyer, all disclaimers aside and everything. I would hey Tor, now Prusa owns your Bamboo hot end stand.
Right. They own my cup holder.
Your cup? Just post it on our website and then TH3. I mean, I don't think we have anything. I'd have to go and read our terms of service. I don't think we have anything about the content. We don't have it so users can put content on our site. So it's a little bit different of an animal. So, yeah, I would, if you have anything that you might want to sell, or retain your control over, I would not put it on, on printables or on Maker World. Thingiverse actually seems to be the better of all these. I'd be curious what is the other one? Things.com. Well, while we're on this subject, let's look at things. What do we got? Things. We got cults. Who am I forgetting about?
The licensing of my models right now.
Well, you can't change it.
Are the big ones. Yeah.
Well, you can't change it retroactively. All right, let's see things here. Fees, restrictions, member, affiliate program. I'm just going to search content. Let's see. Leader page. User content maybe is the... No, there's actually no user content. Yeah, because you can upload stuff. Okay, maybe it's worded differently on things. These are membership. This is like for payment type stuff. Affiliate programs, like things, affiliates, account deletion. Hang on, proprietary rights. User acknowledges that the platform itself constitutes commercially copyrighted works protected by federal and international copyright laws and are owned or licensed to things. The platform and all versions of the software shall remain. Okay, the platform and all versions of their. Okay, that's fine. The user will not permit or encourage any third party to directly or indirectly reverse engineer, to compile, discover, blah blah blah. That's for their stuff. Oh, the platform itself. This is talking about the thing, the code that runs the thing's website. This is not talking about user
like
content.
search engine and stuff like that they want.
Yeah, all their stuff. I don't see anything in here. I don't see anything in here about granting any sort of rights to things and stuff. Weird.
Everybody's going to be moving to things.
Maybe privacy? I mean, usually this is like, oh, they're based out of Ireland, or their representatives based out of Ireland, it looks like here. Okay, so this is really weird. There's nothing in things that grants them anything to like permissions on your stuff. I don't see anything here. Like if I search content, let me search file. Nothing. Content. Affiliate program. It's just prohibited behavior. Oh. There ain't shit in here. That's really weird. Okay, so I mean, there's nothing in things that gives them rights over your content, so they're even less restrictive than Thingiverse. I mean, like, let me sign up and see if there's anything else. But how we protect our data? No, it's the same terms and conditions I was just looking at, and then the privacy policy is the same one. It's opening on another tab, but I clicked on those links. All right, let's see. Cults 3D. Let's see what Cults 3D has to say. Terms and conditions here. Okay, so this is what's referred to as a user and creation. All 3D files available. So the definition of creation is 3D files available on the website. So that's any type of 3D files. Partner, all the companies in which Cults has established a partner relationship, contractualized or not. Okay. So creation is the term they're using to refer to your file. So what do they say about creation? So we search creation. Cults design service. Okay, this is fine. It's just saying they can, that sellers, or they're selling their stuff. So the platform buyers can download one or sell the creations. Okay, with pricing conditions set by the creator. That's fine. You have to register to download it. No, that's not relevant. Right of withdrawal, as this is digital content provided on an intangible media in accordance with article blah blah blah. The French Consumer Code. Oh, they're out of France. Creations, in this case, the creations offered on the platform, members do not have a right of withdrawal. Oh, so this is saying you do not have a right to take your files off of Cults.
Essentially, once you upload it, it's there. It's theirs for.
Yeah. It's theirs. Yeah, it's theirs. Hey, Matt, something happened with the Chiron. We'll have to look at that later. I was having USB dropouts on that. I think there might be something wrong with the Pi, but I just realized like, oh, it must have just shit the bed. No pun intended there. I haven't put much time on that one since it got rebuilt. Okay, hang on. Let's keep searching for creation. So you can't pull your stuff off of there, technically, according to their terms of service. Warranty and liability, that's not a big thing. The creators, let's see, basically saying that you're responsible to guarantee the quality and printability of the creation. They do not guarantee the printability of creations on the site. If the buyer, after downloading the creation, realizes it's not printable, no refund can be made from cults. They do not guarantee the quality. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to. They do not guarantee the access durability to the orders and files already downloaded by the users, as the creators can delete their creations from the platform. So it says you can't withdraw, but you can delete your stuff from the site. Weird. So except, let's see. Okay, so basically, unless it's spelled out, otherwise all the licenses are for private and personal use. It means not selling the model for any derivative or any derivative of the model for economic or financial gain. I'm looking here. So they don't allow firearm stuff or racial stuff. That's fine. Well, I mean, I get the liability of the firearms because they're out of France, I think it said. So, no political crap. I'm just looking for stuff like what they say for the license. Oh, intellectual property here. Okay, let's see. Maybe someone in here.
Like some of it, I do understand for, like they're promoting your.
Okay, here.
Stuff on their main page.
The creator remains the owner of the creation, and they grant cults only a license to single use its creation for the completion of the order.
Yeah. So we can. It's ours for that one print because somebody ordered it.
In order to sell another member the right to use his creation, the designer has the opportunity, if desired, to give cults the free right to use and reproduce this item in the catalog appearing on the cults.com 3D website.
Yeah, that's
fine.
With that.
They have to have that in order to display it.
Yeah, they have to promote it. If they want to
hang
make
on,
their
I
own
lost
sales
my. Hang on, I lost my thing here. Hang on. Where do we go? I lost my position. My position here. Okay, here. So that's fine. Scope of the contract. So basically, the only rights they have is that they're wanting is to be able to market the thing on their site, to show it to other people, to show the 3D model, and to then sell another.
Sales.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, Thingiverse, I think, also offers sales on stuff, don't they? Or you have to tip or something.
I don't believe so. I don't. Well, Cults will print it for you. It sounds like.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, it says here, Cult is not the copyright holder of the creation, probably the creator. In this way, the creator is sending a creation call that's expressly known to the site, and administrator is not responsible for misuse that might be made of the creations. Yeah, so they're not saying that they're even the copyright holder. Let's see. The creator grants cults during the terms of this agreement non-exclusive title license, international and non-transfer license to use, reproduce, and publish the creation and manufacture articles from this creation, all shapes and representations, and all current and future processes into all destinations. More precisely, the license granted under the agreement gives cults the following rights: the right to reproduce his catalog creation in any condensed or expanded form. So like, so like a copy of it. Reproduce a creation in the form of an object under all modified forms, condensed or expanded. The right to adjust the creation in terms of size, color, etc. Okay, because they have a thing that you can modify stuff. Wait, the right to use the creation for the manufacture of an object by any means.
So if it's like a mold or something, they can download your mold of a.
Or they can print it and sell it. The right to use the creation for the manufacture of an object by any means. That right there reads to me like if you upload something on there and they want to print it and sell it, they can. Right? So creation are the files. The right to use the creation for the manufacture of an object by any means. The right to publish the creation on the platform or on the website of one or more cult's partners. So I get on their website, they have to publish it on their website, but cult's partners, like, could they sell it, like, offered for sale on one of their partners? Like, if we partnered up with cults, could we get any model then and sell it on our site? Because cults then subleased it to us or sublicensed it to us. The right to share the creation on all digital ecosystems of cults, blogs, social networks, newsletter, etc. So does this mean they can give away your files to promote their service?
I think that this is more pertaining to.
Well, this is a license. This is the scope of the license that creators are giving to cults.
Like I'm fine with them doing stuff like promoting it to kind of promote themselves and promote you, because that gets you downloads, that will get you sales and stuff. But the actual rights to the product and do it as they see fit is kind of, the wording's really iffy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. So right now, so far, looking at the terms of service, it seems like Thingiverse is the most friendly, surprisingly.
Yeah, somebody said it earlier. Who would have thought?
Oh, and things too.
Ultimaker would have had the more creator-friendly terms.
Look up Cult's response and Big Board. Let's see. I'm looking this up here. This is on Reddit. The official response from Cults regarding the Big Board case. Recently, Cults has been the object of a smear campaign on social networks from a seller who do not accept the rules set by the terms and conditions of the platform. Through this text, we'll try to explain the clear, possible, and full transparency what happened. Where's the TLDR? So this guy was selling shitty models and wouldn't get back to the people buying his shitty models. That's what this is reading here. They contacted him, asking him to answer his customers and then to repair his models before we could pay out his sales. That does seem reasonable here. If this guy's selling shitty models, because we've seen people selling shitty models, and the customers are complaining about his shitty models, that only seems fair if he's like uploading garbage. His cash out was paused until the disputes were resolved. So people were opening chargebacks then.
Yeah, so that's costing cults.
That's costing cults.
They're like, hey,
Big Board started a smear campaign on social networks. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm just going off the information here. I'm gonna see what the comments are. But right now, so here's the thing: if you're a shitty designer and you're selling shitty files and you're not supporting your shitty files, no, I don't. And like they're getting chargebacks. I probably would do the same thing. Big Board publicly said never received or was not aware of the problem related to his customer disputes.
I'm sure they were all on his dashboard.
We therefore publicly provided the necessary evidence to prove the emails were sent several days earlier, showing that Big Board was aware of the disputes he had to handle before releasing his payment. We hastily posted our screenshot of these emails and they were hastily posted on Reddit to prove that. And unfortunately, we didn't think to blur his email. I mean, that's kind of a oopsie. Not the worst thing you could do, but yeah. This is a serious mistake. We apologize for sharing this without his consent. I mean, that's really all you can do. Take it down, apologize. We deleted screenshots as soon as we realized that a few minutes after posting them.
Yeah, we've done that before too. Like we've
Cult is 3 people.
Wow, that's surprising.
I mean, I'm assuming they're probably bigger than that now, but One of the things we learned from this designer's reaction is that our process of blocking designers' payments until their customer disputes are resolved is too drastic and can be misunderstood. Therefore, from now on, we will no longer block all of the designer's payments if a dispute is pending, but only the sales related to the customer dispute until it's resolved. I would also probably put the chargeback fees back on the person selling them if they are legitimately selling shitty things. Like if someone at Cults then checks their files and be like, yeah, these are shitty files.
It's like, you know what I mean? They have to be repaired or fixed in orientation and stuff where it's not actually printable. Like that's on the designer.
If you're selling shitty designs, whether it's a skill issue or laziness, if you're selling shitty designs and you're not taking care of them, you're still selling shitty designs, whatever the reason may be, whether it's a skill issue, laziness, or ignorance. Let's see. See what I hate about you doxed him. They literally said they didn't mean to share his email. People make fucking mistakes. I have made fucking mistakes.
We've pulled down videos before.
Yeah. Like, people fuck up. They make mistakes. Like, oh my God, Mike, why are you calling me? He always calls me on my streams. I tell him I'm streaming.
And it's not like we don't have a posted time.
He doesn't do social media. Yeah, so like, see, this is the problem with a lot of, especially Reddit. Like, they don't care if you say, hey, we fucked up, we're sorry. There's always people that are always going to be fucking trying to put it in your butt because you made a mistake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's see. This is his post here. Here's the thing. If I don't know what the guy's models are, but if they were shitty models and Colts was getting chargebacks from his customers, like they blocked him. Probably because he was pissing them off. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm just looking here. Here's the thing, though. If you're not getting back to your customers, like that's a problem. I mean, they learn from it. I mean, we've done stupid shit and learned from it. Like, yeah. And I'm sorry, like sharing an email address, I'm sure you could find my email address and even Tor's email address if you looked hard enough. Email addresses, I don't even know if those are considered private information anymore. Wait, why is it only me? Oh, there it is. Okay.
How's the lower left?
I mean, as far as I can tell, Things and Thingiverse's licenses are probably the best out of all of them.
Their websites, well, Thingiverse needs work still.
Oh, hang on one second. Hey, Matt, just to rule out, it was a communication issue between the printer and the Pi. Can you grab another Easy Pi kit from the shop and a mini USB cable so I can just put a new one on there and see if that's the case? You can do it right now? Yeah, you can grab it. Oh, I realized like 6 points. Yeah, just grab it and you can head out for the day. So let's say it's basically done. Okay, we'll mess with it tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Mess with Monday or Tuesday. 12 volts, but everything else is 24. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Have fun. Huh? It should be unlocked. If not, you can unlock it right there. Anyways, okay. Let's check our Q&A really quick. That was a lot of that was a rabbit hole. How about that? How long have we been talking about terms of service? Okay, let me ask you guys, for stuff like this is like rabbit hole that we just went down into. Do you guys like this type of content, or should we stay away from it? Because I want to get you guys feedback, because if this is boring to you guys, we will stay away from that kind of stuff.
I do like it because things aren't.
I like it.
Things aren't always, or not everyone is always on social media and checking out what's going on in the community.
So Red Light says it's not. Wait, did I ask if we should stay away from it, or if it's? I'm asking, should we? This type of stuff should we cover, like in depth, or should we just be like, hey, there's this thing going on, talk about it for a couple minutes and move on? Nemo says interesting. Red Light says no. Wesley says yes. Midlife Chaos says it's interesting. Dean says it is.
Yeah, I really
yeah.
like
So
it.
I'm asking if this is stuff we should elaborate on, because I personally too. I mean, we hope if I didn't have TH3D, I would be using these file sites more. But we have TH3D, so we push our stuff through our own site, obviously, right? But if I didn't, I would do that. I mean, Tor even has some of his designs that are just little stuff, and he could put them on the TH3 site if you want, but it's also we're not set up for doing that easily. It's quick to upload stuff to these sites.
And I want to try out some printables, Phil. Or some Prusament.
Come on, just get it over with. There it is. There it is. He was jealous that I was talking to all you guys. Yeah, I see him. Oh, look at the teeth. Look at the teeth. Look at the teeth. Oh, I'm getting in there. He likes really deep scritches.
Same kind of stuff I like on Wayne Show. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what my goal of TH3D Nation was basically be the WAN show of like 3D printing and making. That's my goal with this. Because I do like yeah, you can be Luke. What am I, Linus? I don't want to wear socks and sandals all the time. Don't make me be Linus.
Very useful combo to have. Yeah.
I just want you to, okay, so Red Light does like this. Okay, so Red Light, maybe sometimes it's fine. Okay. We'll just keep doing it, whatever. I mean, hey, if you don't like it, you'd always ask for a refund, for the free stream. I was in love when people they'll leave videos. This is a waste of time. Oh, let me just issue you a refund for the $0 you paid to watch the content we spent time remaining. I'd have to pretend to be Canadian too.
Screwdrivers.
If I pretend to be Canadian, I'd be afraid of a lot of the stuff I have laying around this office.
Why do you say water bottles?
We need TH3D water bottles. Did you guys buy TH3D water bottles? We are going to be adding some flasks to the shop. You guys want some flasks? Did you grab a mini USB cable too? Okay, just send right there. I'll swap it out later. Thank you, sir. Later. If I were Linus, I don't know who else I'd be. Yeah, the Tor would definitely be the Luke here. Yeti brand flask. No, I got a bulk pack of some nice 8-ounce flasks that come with a little filler, a little stainless steel filler, and a shot glass. So, and we got some like nice sleeves that go on them. It's why we bought them. We're going to sell them at some of the local craft shows and stuff that we're going to be doing this year. But I figured I'd throw them on the website too. So, yeah. We could do lasering on. I did want to mess with lasering. I might laser some. I got some to do a printable sleeve on. And then I also have some that I was going to mess with the laser. You can actually see my laser hiding right there. My little K40 there. Is it going to be filled with whiskey?
I don't think we can.
Yeah, I was going to say we don't have licenses for that.
Speaking of licenses,
I mean, maybe I could be like, hey, buy a flask and get a free little mini bottle. It's a gift, right? Is that a way to get around it?
Gift card to somebody who does have the license.
Yeah, I thought about getting into more merch stuff because I do like. I mean, I have just a polo on today, but I do a lot of my clothing is our own merch, and I want to get some nicer stuff too. But yeah,
the Rocky Mountain.
The flasks I have are like a powder coated black. So I'd be able to laser the black off, and do basically there would be a black flask with the silver marking on it. So, all right. That's all the news we have. Let's jump into the questions here. Our first one is from Peter Noyce. He says, are the 410 by 410 size magnetic flex plates still available? He's got a Chiron. So the answer is not yet. They are in production right now. I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure I already have that size. Yes, I did. I did send that size over to our manufacturer. We do have them. I can actually, you guys, you want to see the design? I can open up Fusion really quick. Oh, I think my buddy Mike, the one I said that doesn't like going on social media stuff, I think that's him that said, what's up? He called me a wiener. That's not very nice, Mike. My feelings are hurt. They're so hurt right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go cry on X about it that somebody called me a wiener. Well, hang on, I'm logging into Fusion here because we design the plates in Fusion, then we export to the DXF and all this stuff. And we know no matter how fast your damn computer is, Fusion still takes forever to freaking load because they don't know how to make a program that doesn't run like dog shit.
Well, it's all running on the cloud. It's not running.
I wish there was an alternative that worked well. It's slow, but it does work. It does work. Like there's a problem. It's slow,
it's good,
but it does work.
It sucks.
Yeah, like.
And I've looked at other. Somebody recommended Shaper 3D the other week, and I was not a fan.
Yeah, hang on. I'm pulling up in the render window here. Let's just do. I can do an in-canvas render. So this is the 410 by 410. Oh, I need to change the.
Also, your printables. Or your
my what?
Maker World 3D model.
My Maker. What are you talking about?
The scan. We gotta show that.
Oh yeah, we gotta check on that.
This is not a furry support group.
What?
Lost Inc. This is a furry support group.
What are you talking about? I'm offended. Hang on, I forgot. I forgot to color the text for the EasyFlex Pro branding, so I'm doing that really quick right now. Appearance. It needs to be white. There we go. Hang on. When we go to the render, we're gonna be fancy here. I'm gonna show you render. I won't show you renders on my actual product pages because I actually will show my actual products. Unlike all these companies that are like, we're lazy. We're just gonna show you a render of the product instead of actually taking the time to do the product. So here I'm doing an in-canvas render here.
Why is
Window
it hitting
Fusion.
your CPU there when you were doing that? I could hear a little bit of lag.
Oh, it's nailing. Oh no, it is. Well, this is my machine.
Oh, it's crying.
Hang on, I will pause it.
Locked up.
Hang on, it is crying. Okay, I paused it. There we go. So here's the 410 by 410. This is what the 410 by 410 will look like. Oh no, stop. It was just raping my CPU there. So there we go. White text here. Here, we'll do it in can. Oh, look a little fancy. We're gonna lag here for a second. Oh my God. My poor computer's crying. Hang on. I got to go to the process to lower the CPU resources. I'm gonna take a couple. I'm gonna take a couple threads away from it. There we go. I took two of the threads away from it. Am I good now? I took 2 threads away from Fusion. Okay, there we go.
You're not lagging as much.
Yeah. So there we go. So, yeah, it's trying to do its thing. See, like trying to render it as I change position there. I mean, hey, for a processor that's what 5, 6 years old at this point, it's a 9th gen. It does pretty good. It gets the job done. So yeah, that's our 410 by 410 there. You can see all the other stuff we have here, all the drawings and stuff. So yep, they're in production right now. So
soon.
Yep. This is an Intel mic. I said it's i9 9900K. See, I never know what it means.
Still chooches.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's fine. Too many polygons. Do I have a dedicated stream PC? Nope, I am not that fancy. Can I put the strand on top of my glass plate? So you can put the magnet on top of the glass plate. That's my Chiron there has one of our older 410 by 410, the regular EasyFlex 2. Not the Pro, which is the dual-sided, but yeah. So the Chiron, that's one of the machines where you're gonna want to leave. What are you doing? Ew, Comet just hang on. Comet just like ate something and threw up under my desk a little bit. Come on, outside now.
I feel that pain. Speaking of, where's my cat? Buff.
What the hell? Ichi. One of you furry little bastards. He must have thought he was a cat.
Yeah, I love finding little treats. Hi, Ichi.
I mean, luckily it doesn't smell. It's just like a little bleh. Sorry. But okay. Questions. So yeah, we will have them. Oh, I'm gonna post a link in the chat. You can get signed up to be notified when we get them in. So I might, once I get, so here's the thing. I was told by my supplier, and he's really good, but he's really busy. So like me trying to get a hold of him, like usually he's like, oh, they're shipped, and like they've been shipped for a little bit. And then they show up here. But once I get tracking from them, I'll probably allow these to be back ordered. Right now, there's just a picture of the 235 by 235 on there, on all the sizes. Then when we get the new sizes, we're going to take photos of all the new ones. But on all of our product pages, we got rid of the wish list because it wasn't working well to notify people. We went to a different system. So all you do is put your email in on the product page, and then it will send you an email once you guys get, once we add stock. So if you guys look here on the page here, any product that's out of stock, you can go ahead and put your email in, hit subscribe, and then it'll tell you that you're subscribed. Now, if I hit it again, it'll tell me I'm already subscribed to the product. So if I go to stuff, then we have a bunch of other flex plates we're adding in. So we have the 470 by 470s coming in, the 300 by 255s, which for like the SV01, SV01 Pro, the 310 by 320s, 310 by 310s, 377 by 370s, which is like for the Mercury one or the Ender 5 Plus. For those bed sizes, we are bringing the 470 by 470s back. I don't think I added the 5-weight by 5-weights yet because we were kind of on the fence if we were going to bring those back. I probably will just because the T500 exists.
Yeah,
but any of these that are,
we've had a few people ask as well.
Yeah, so any of these that are out of stock, like we're out of stock on all of them but the bamboo right now. You can just go ahead and hit subscribe, and it will add you to the email list. And as soon as we get them stocked, it will go ahead and send them to you. Yeah, Mike. So Mike's a buddy of mine, but I visited him a couple weeks ago, and he has a bamboo, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring you one of my plates." He's like, "Oh, I don't need." I was like, "No, I'm gonna bring you one." And then he started using it, and he was like, "These are awesome. They're the best." I know. I don't sell garbage to my customers. They stick really well. He was very impressed. I actually sent him another one the other day. Oh, there you go, Tor. Let's see. Do you got the lights in there yet?
I have them on my desk on my power supply.
Yeah.
See if I can grab them without.
Well, yeah. While you're getting that set up, the next question from David Hefner. He said, "Did you get your Ender 3 V3KE connectivity issues started?" I did. Hang on. Oh, look at that. That's fancy. That mounts on the wall, right?
Yeah, it'll mount like this. I have two of them.
Do you have like a sheet of cardboard you could put behind it to like kind of show that off? Or like something like white or like a flat. Do you have an old printer bed? Where's your S4 bed? Where's your S4 printer bed? So yes, the Ender 3 V3KE that was fixed. I swapped it out, specifically the screen, and now it works fine. So I had an issue with the screen. I actually am almost done editing a video for that. So let's see, Tor. You might have to turn your lighting down if it's not bright enough.
To short anything out while I do this. Oh, it's backwards. There we go. That might help a little better. These aren't the right LEDs. These are just what I have.
Oh, you're going to order some brighter ones? Yeah, I was going to say, you need brighter ones than that. Because I don't think it's going to show up. Yeah, it's not showing up. Maybe turn the fill light off. You're going to have to make it darker in the room.
Turn off like one of my 4 monitors. Where's Logitech?
Dave said there's been reports of issues with the Ubiquiti U6 and U7 APs with those machines, also with the K1. So I don't have any of the U6 access points. I'm on the Wi-Fi 5 ones.
Oh yeah, it's not showing up.
Do you have like a flashlight to stick in there? Didn't I send you one of our flashlights?
You did not. But I have my headlamps.
I just sent you stuff. Why did you not send yourself a flashlight?
Because I grabbed the.
Is that one of the files that? Is that one of? Jesus Christ.
That works. That's not going to fit inside.
No, it doesn't have enough. Doesn't have enough. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's not going to work. Well, you have to show it off when you get the correct one. So.
Yeah, I'll post some pictures on the wall.
Yeah, Tor flashbang.
This was printed on the CHT with ludicrous mode enabled, so it's done in like 4 hours with both of them.
So Bright Eyes is the next question. He said, "I'm sure how to fix my printer. After starting a print, the printer runs through all the G-code steps, then stops before running the first bead. The timer and layers are still going, but the hot end does not move. How do I fix this?" Honestly, I would have to like see that and look at all your files, like your G-code files, your slicer setup, to figure out what's going on with that, because there's just not enough information. He said he uploaded something.
Try with another slicer as well to see if there's something in your profile that was stopping it.
Oh, he uploaded. Oh, his username is different. I'm assuming this is him. He said that he used the file drop site. I'm assuming this is him. There's a G code and he's got another file. Let me download these really quick here from our file drop site. I'm glad I set that up. That works really well to get stuff from people.
Yes, it is the one from STL Flicks. We're looking around the other night.
Okay, so he has a picture of this here. I'm looking to look at his G code file here. Let me see if there's anything weird about it. I'm assuming this is his. It seems relevant. Hang on. Share. Okay, so he's using Kira. We got our G28. We've got our bed temp. We got our hot end temps here.
He said it was probing, but he doesn't have.
No, there's no probing here going on at all. He doesn't say anything about probing.
Oh, I thought you said probing.
Then it stops before running the first bead. The timers and layers are still going, but the hot end does not move. So he's got a G28 here. This is a purge line, so it's not. Going to 0.4. This is putting it. It's a purge right. So this is a move. Goes to Z30. Bed goes to 60. Hot end goes to 205. We got a reset here of the extruder. Purge nozzle, slow wipe. So we got the E20 here at F300 feed rate. We're gonna go ahead and go to 0.15, which is a little bit. So we're at 0.4, then 0.15. Oh, we're doing a wipe now. Then we're gonna lift back up, and then we reset the extruder to. Here's your problem here, I think.
Oh, it's trying to change the tool.
Yeah, you're changing your tool here.
T0 is normally the stock extruder, and T1 is
a second. Yeah, you have this set up as a dual slicer. That's probably why it's not doing anything.
It's trying to move a non-existent hot end.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have it selected. Here's tool 1, tool 2, or tool 0, and tool 1. Yeah, your slicer profile is screwed up.
I was right. Go with another slicer.
Go with another slicer. Yeah, just download Prusa slicer. Let's see here. Oh wait, no, that's not him. This is if I went to the next question, it's this guy, Wesley Phillips. What are the chances we have 2 back-to-back ones? Yeah, I mean, so ignore what I just said. I was looking at the wrong file. We're looking at Wesley's file. He said, when I do a dual extruder print, the G-code generated by Cura sets the inactive nozzle to a lower temp, even though I set the standby temp on both nozzles to the print temp. I understand the trade-off for less oozing, but I want faster print times. I think Tor's answer, though, would be correct, which is go with a different slicer. Yeah, Cura's probably not listening to your settings, or there's a setting that's hidden that you're not... that's not working correctly. Oh, Bright Eye's in here. No, it's a video. I don't see a video in there. I'll go to file drop here.
Oh, Bright Eyes.
Oh, he just uploaded.
I think it was still uploading when he was saying that.
Oh, okay. Hang on, let me download. I was very confused. Hang on. Let me qualify this video, make sure there's no stupid shit. We've had people try to send us stuff. Oh, he's got a big tree text screen in there. Are you printing from the big tree text screen, or are you printing from the printer itself? Yeah, that video doesn't really show me anything. It just shows yeah, Wesley, I figured it out. That yeah, it's a different thing. Yeah, but Wesley, I would try a different slicer. Try Prusa slicer for dual extrusion. And actually, I know this is old, but I've had really good luck with dual extrusion with Simplify 3D. If you have an old license, V4 worked really well. With hang on. V4 worked really well with dual extruders. I ran it with my CRX, and it was really, really good. But yeah, I don't have enough experience with Cura to give you an accurate thing. So let's see. Here's Wesley's. Let's see. Oh, it's all stretched. Why is it not? Why is it?
Mine does not look like that. I just opened it up in the file site.
So yeah, this doesn't really show me anything. I see it's counting up the layers. And it's just sitting there. I would need to see your G-code files. That would be something to... He's printing from the SD card on the printer. Yeah, I'd probably want to see your files and see what's going on.
I'd also try with another slicer just to rule that out.
Yeah, I would rule out the slicer. Stuff like this, assuming your firmware's set up correctly, is usually going to be some sort of slicer setup issue. So, wait, hang on. Are you printing off the SD card on the screen? Because I think I saw, hang on, when it moves, I thought I saw an SD card sticking out of the side of the screen. Hang on, when it moves up.
He says yes.
I think that's an SD card above the white USB cable or something. It looks like an SD card sticking out of the side of the screen. I think that's the BTT TFT something.
TFT35 dual
It's either the USB or it's either USB or an SD card. I have one here. So I think it's actually in the shop. Oh wait, I have one here. Yeah, that's the SD card. So print from your control board, not the screen. These screens suck for printing from. They're just sending G-code over serial. Print from the SD card on your board. These big tree tech screens, they look cool, but honestly, they're pretty shitty. That's why we don't sell them. I literally only have them here for testing. That's it. Just for making sure our firmware can talk to them.
I only have one on mine because it has green text and it looks
like so I have had them on printers before, and I only use them in the 128/64 mode. I don't use them in the touchscreen mode at all. So yeah, I would say you're gonna want to print from the put the SD card in the printer board, not the actual LCD. And that's in general. If you have an SD slot on your control board, you're going to want to print from the control board's SD slot, not your screen's one. You know, one exemption would be like the MKS Monster 8. It can print from an SD card on the screen, or it can print from the SD card on the board. If you're using a 128/64 screen, you just tell it which one you want to use. But all right, let's see.
No problem.
But yeah, Wesley, I would definitely just go with a different slicer. Cura, I feel like, has been getting really kind of shitty lately. The next one's from NSCXP 2005. I'm struggling to get input shaping working on Marlin with TH3D firmware. 1, should I run input shaping with linear advance enabled and then print the ringing tower in script? 2, should I disable linear advance and input shaping, then print the input shaping? Oh, wait. Disable linear advance and input shaping, then print the input shaping ringing tower in script. So I would tune input shaping first and then tune linear advance.
Yeah.
My whole thing with linear advance is it's a nice idea in theory, but it doesn't always end up working 100% correctly. He is running SKR E3 Mini V3. Those boards are slow. They are 32-bit, but you might get slowdowns with them running too much stuff. For example, I think they were like, what, a 60-something megahertz processor on them?
You can disable input if you already have input shaping, or not input shaping, linear advance tuned. Disable it via your starting G code, and you keep
just turn it off.
Input shaping enabled, and then use the script in the guide.
Yeah, and you can try
override what you have enabled on your setup.
Yeah, so I was just looking up their processor. So it will definitely handle input shaping. Running input shaping and linear advance might be a little much. You can try it. In my testing, it does it, but like if you're running LCD, especially 12864, it might run slow. Because those processors, they're actually slower than Creality's processors on their 32-bit board. So like the 422 and the 427 actually have a slightly faster processor than the Big Tree Tech SKR E3 Mini V3. They're only using a 64 megahertz processor on those. And for comparison, our EasyBoard V2 uses 168 megahertz processor. So our board can handle a lot more shit than theirs. You can probably run and print it fine, but just don't expect the LCD to be very responsive while you're doing it. But I would do input shaping first with linear advance disabled. You don't have to disable it at the firmware level. You can just go into, like Tor was saying, put in your start code. It is in our EasyABL start code to disable it. I can't remember the command, but I will. Hang on.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Who can get it first?
M900K0 for linear advance.
He beat me.
I think those use the same CPU, don't they?
No, the V2 uses a different one. So the CPU they use on the V3 boards, which literally I have a drawer full of them because they have 3 different fucking processors they use on these. I literally have these just for testing. Notice they're in a drawer. They're not actually being used for printers. The V2, I don't know if my V2 might be in my other bin. I have all of them. I have the 1, the 1.2, and the V2. I'm trying to remember what processor they used on the V2. It was, I can't read it. Oh, it was the STM32F103. So the processor on the V2 was actually a faster processor than on the V3. So they cut the cost down. Shocker. STM32F103 RCT6. So it was a 256K processor and it was 72 megahertz. So it was actually faster. They have a ghetto. Yeah, they have a ghetto MCU. Yeah, you can, if you want to push that board really hard, Clipper would be a better thing, but it's going to be more complicated to set up. And you also now have to buy an SBC to run it on. Big Tree Tech cutting costs. Shocker.
I'm still waiting on my power board for the Panda Touch that they sold.
Oh, still? Mike L81 167. Are you still working on the app for printer profiles? Oh, the Prusa one. I have it and it works. I just haven't done anything with it aside from using it on our internal stuff to send customers profiles. It is low on the priority list right now. It was more of a hey, and it's not polished. It's very rough, but it does work. It's not ready for me to put it out there yet. Let's see. Steven's looking for a suggestion for a replacement printer. He's considering multi-material. He's currently got a modified CR10S. If you're looking for multi-material, if you're just looking for basic stuff, there's a lot of nice mixing printers and IDEX printers out there. Unfortunately, like right now, and there's a lot of new stuff coming out. So if you wait a little bit, I'm waiting to see how that Frozen Arco pans out. I've been keeping an eye on that because that's a 4-color machine. If you want multi-material, the Bamboos are really good at that, but obviously there's a drawback that they're a cloud-based machine. I've been actually having a hell of a time with my X1 Carbon. When it prints great, but trying to get files over to it on the network, and I don't know if my buddy Mike's still watching because he told me to use the send feature instead of the print plate option. It doesn't matter. I have to power cycle the machine half the time.
I've been and even then, all week.
Yesterday, I was trying to send a job over to it, and I ended up having to pull the damn SD card out and put it into my computer to get the thing to print. Rebooted my computer, rebooted the printer, even gave it internet access, to see if there was an update. Like I turned the block on my firewall off, but like it just won't send files over. Like I have Raspberry Pi 3Bs, like the slower Raspberry Pis running on our Marlin printers that I can access every single time and send a file to it with no problems. But this Bamboo has been such a pain in the ass with sending files over in LAN mode. I think it's ridiculous.
I've had almost 700 hours on mine, and then all of a sudden for the past few weeks, it's been.
I have about 600 hours. I think we have about 600 hours on our X1C at this point. The only error I've had so far was the accelerometer threw some errors, and I just reseated all the cables, and it's been fine ever since. But dear God, you would think that you would have less issues sending a file over the LAN connection, because literally it's going from my computer to the network switch in the shop, from the network switch to the access point to the X1 Carbon, and the access point is like 30 feet away from it. So, like, it's very frustrating. Like, and it's an expensive printer. I spent $1,500 on the printer, and I can't send a file to it from my computer that's sitting right next to it. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, and I haven't contacted their support, but it's like, I've tried Bamboo Slicer, I've tried Orca Slicer, both of them time out all the time. Mm-hmm. It drives me nuts. It's a constant problem. And I should not have to put my damn printer on the cloud so they can harvest my data and shit to send a file from my computer to the printer that's on the same damn network. Like, it's really frustrating. Like, it's frustrating to the point where, like, I was like, maybe we'll get a couple more Bamboos just to be print bitches and put them in LAN only mode, block them from the internet so the data that we're printing on safe. But now it's like, I can't even send a file reliably from my computer to the machine. I shouldn't have to go over there and pull a damn SD card like it's 1999 and put in my computer. Like, it's stupid. Like, honestly, if X1 Plus ever releases their goddamn firmware, I'm going to be putting it on there because I'm hoping that it'll actually work correctly. Like, it's really frustrating that, like, here's the thing: the shitty Creality printer for $280 works every time when I send it a file over, even with all the modifications and stuff. Like, it's bullshit. Like, it's like they want to force you to use their cloud stuff so they can collect your shit. Like, why else would they make the LAN mode not work correctly? Or maybe there's a bug. I don't know. But either way, it was working for over a month now with no issues on the same firmware version, same slicer version. And now it doesn't. Yeah.
Filament on Fire has an X1E, which is their Enterprise Edition in fancy. And still having the same issue.
Like, but here's the thing. It's on the same network. There's no ports to go through. It's connecting. Like, it's not like you're getting routed through multiple networks and going out to the internet. It's going from my computer to the printer. It should just work. Like, it's the only device on the network. It's the only printer on my network that I can't reliably send files to. And it's the most expensive printer I own. So what gives? Like, it's a pain in the ass. Like I was gonna say, who else has had issues if your Bamboo's in LAN only mode? Because I asked my buddy Mike, and he said, like, he has it in the cloud, and he's just printing random bullshit. So whatever. Like, if I was only printing like stuff I got from like websites that's already publicly available, like, whatever. It's if they want to steal my files or whatever. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying, like, if that happened, if there was a breach or something, or if they were nefarious, like, whatever, it wouldn't be the end of the world because it's not my files. But, like, I'm not going to put my printer, shouldn't need to be connected to the internet, have internet access for me to reliably send files from my computer to the printer that's on the same damn network. So Yeah.
Mike says, I have your same issue in LAN mode. Yeah, mine's connected to Bamboo everything. I have my app set up.
You have the cloud and it still does, but yours has issues going through the cloud?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Like the other day, mine half sent a file. The screen was stuck on downloading and it was already heating up the bed and just sat there for a half hour while we were talking on the call.
Oh, yeah. I had time to run all the way to Ace Hardware, drop off all our packages and come back, and it just started the print.
No, I had to stop and resend. I had to power cycle and resend it.
I had basically I would be able to power cycle the printer and it would take the file. So I'm assuming maybe a service was hanging in the background and crashed. I've also tried wiping the SD card, like formatting the SD card. Nothing seems to work. Like it just won't work now. I don't know if I can remote into my computer. I don't know if my laptop's on.
It gets stuck at 100% download on P1 series. Yeah, I have that issue. 100% download, and it started heating and got the bed up to 100%, and did nothing for like a half hour while Tim was running around dropping off packages.
Yeah, Mark wants to be an edgy and call us a conspiracy theorist, but these companies want you to connect your stuff to the cloud so they can farm your data, so they can sell you shit, and so they can sell it to third parties. That's what they do. Go read the terms of service for Creality, for Bamboo, for all these companies. You know, if you don't like what I'm saying, bye-bye. Close the window out. Like, I'm not putting my shit on the internet. There's no reason my printer needs to be on the internet. I download the files to my computer, they get sliced on my computer, and they get sent to the printer. There's no reason to bring an internet connection into any of that transaction. The files are on my computer. The printer is not downloading files from the internet to print. My computer is. Like, you know, the bottom line is I have a printer I spent like $1,500 on that I can't reliably send files from my computer that's on the same exact network, same subnet, VLAN, whatever. It's literally on the same network as my laptop, and I cannot reliably send files over from my laptop to the printer. It's a pain. If anything, the LAN mode, if their software is properly designed, should work more reliably than the cloud because it's a direct connection from your computer to the printer. There's no reason to bring the cloud into it at all. So, what is that?
Krista. Treats.
Oh, snackies for the dogs. Okay. Yeah, like the bottom line is I have shittier, cheaper printers that are more reliable and easier to work with than the Bamboo. And like I said, when the Bamboo prints, it does print really well. We've got 600 hours on it in the last couple of months. When did we throw it out on the print farm? Well, it's not like in the print farm. It's on my desk in the print farm, but it's blocked from the internet. It's in LAN mode, LAN only mode. So there's no risk of anything I'm printing on there. If they do something nefarious, they have no access to it. So, you know, and it hasn't, I'll give them this. And I've said this before. It hasn't tried connecting to the internet aside from trying to call out to get like a network time server. That's it. I don't know if there's on the X1, if there's a, what's the word I'm looking for? If there's a visible time on the machine, maybe it's out of sync. I just thought about that. If it's trying to get the NTP servers, maybe the time is out of sync between my computer and the printer. That really shouldn't matter. But I'm going to write that down. Maybe I'll allow it to just connect to the NTP server IPs because it has like I think 3 or 4 that it tries to connect to. Maybe I'll see if that's the case. But even then, it shouldn't matter. It should work whether it has time or not. Well, you're having issues with the cloud anyways. So I don't know. It's just really frustrating that it's the most expensive printer I own, and it's a pain in the ass to do something as simple as send a file to it. I shouldn't have to go take the SD card out and put it like it's a network connected printer. It should work on the network. All right, let's see. Tech is asking, are there any plans to add Unified 2 firmware support for the SKR 1.4 and or the SKR 3 boards? There's an SKR 3 out now? I haven't kept up with their stuff. The 1.4 is a really old board I don't think they sell that anymore. Yeah, there is an SKR 3 out.
That's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, they had the SKR 3 and they also have the SKR 3 Easy. The SKR 1.4, that whole like version 1 series, they were honestly really shitty. They use really crappy parts on them. The 3s are built a little bit better. I've seen both of them in person. I've had a 1.4. I had a 1.3, and that's what that one had, like defective MOSFETs right out of the box that literally got over 250 degrees Celsius and almost desoldered themselves from the board on a live stream. I don't know if you remember that, Tor. That was with the Barney, the little purple printer I had. But the 1.4, it looks like they still have them on their site, but they're on like deep discount. Oh, and those are the ones, I don't know how they still have those, because those are the NXP CPUs that they haven't made those for years now. Yeah, the 1.4 we wouldn't definitely not do firmware for. We haven't really got that many requests for firmware for their newer boards. I don't know if we had them, if people would then use them. The SKR firmware is really popular. It's actually our number 2 firmware after the Creality ones in terms of people getting that firmware from our site. But yeah, the 1.4 is just too old, and they had too many issues. Basically, the problem is if we put out firmware for boards, they have a lot of problems. People then we then get stuck, especially if they buy the support, wasting time on stuff that people think is firmware issues when it's really just a defective product. And the 1.4s were not great at all. Their version 3s are definitely a lot better designed. They've been learning. I think, was it the 3 that had the part that was backwards, or they subbed it out and it was blowing drivers out, or am I thinking something else?
David, do you remember that? Wasn't the 1.4 ship with the caps backwards?
I don't think it was a capacitor. There was an SKR board that they changed out as first. It was basically to try to prevent the drivers from getting blown out if they were put in backwards. They changed out a MOSFET. It was some sort of FET, and they changed it out at the last minute for some reason, and it ended up not working correctly, and it was blowing people's boards or blowing people's drivers out under certain circumstances. I can't remember which one of them. I thought it was the 3. Was it the 2 or the 3? Because they had a 2. It was a 2. Okay, 3D Experience. The SKR 2 version had a hardware bug. Yeah, a bug being they didn't test a cord change. If you're changing out parts, you got to test that shit. All right. Let's see. Tor, this is actually a question for you. I'm going to put this one on you because you have experience with this. Brett Eyes 1127 says, I can't use ABS yet. What's the best filament to use for printing a guitar? The plastic caster on Thingiverse versus what he's printing. Any advice for a newbie? And he did. Do you want to look at the file, or I can give you a thing number if you want to pull it up to see what the file is.
No, I actually looked it up the other day when we were talking about that. Probably the best filaments going to be to use for that are.
PLA would be pretty good for it if it's high infill, right?
It's going to be under a lot of stresses though, because of that the tension bar in the neck. So you'd want to do something like carbon fiber PETG if you can't do ABS. I know they recommend. I'm pretty sure they recommend PETG or better.
I'm looking on the. No, they're saying PLA on here. So here's the thing, though. PLA is actually pretty strong. And I would disagree with you on that because, think about it. I have that Nerf blaster that shoots 250 feet per second with an insanely strong spring in it.
Well, mine's all ABS.
Mine is all PLA. And I have not had a lot of the. I've shot probably 500 or 600 darts.
If you're going to use PLA, I would use something like Polymaker's.
Like the Polymax? Yeah, we carry that, the Polymax. We only carry one color. I think they carry a couple of different colors on their main site. But they're tough
PLA Pro as well, because that's what a lot of people use the Glocks out of.
Yeah, well, and I want to mention this too. Right now, it's going to be over at midnight my time, so 5 hours from now. We have Polymaker is all 15% off right now, and all of our TH3D filaments, so Spaghetti and Easy Choice, are all 20% off right now. All of our bamboo parts are 15% off. Our Easy ABL kits are all 15% off. I totally forgot to mention this at the start of the stream. But we have it started Wednesday. We had a midweek sale going on. And also, I want to show you guys something really quick because, the reason we're able to do these streams is because of sales from our shop. So I'm going to promote ourselves a little bit here. I'm going to show you guys what we added, and I'm sure a lot of people will like this, especially on things like fans where you're buying multiple of them. On our product pages here for fans and other stuff that people would tend to buy more than one of, we now have automatic price breaks on them. So if you guys want to get a better deal and you want to buy, maybe you want to get some extras, you want to buy multiple, you got a bunch of printers, we have automatic price breaks. You don't even need to contact us to use them. You don't even need to be signed in. So if I like add, so you see one fan is $8.99. I'll add one of those to the cart. And if I go to the cart here, I was obviously testing. Oh yeah, from yesterday we're testing the thing. So if I go here and I add 5 to the cart here, you'll see the price per unit drop down automatically. So there we go. We're at 809. If I order, let's say I got a print farm, I'm outfitting my whole print farm. I order 32 of them. Okay, you'll see the price drop down to 737. So you guys can get discounts on that. I am going to be figuring out discounts to do. Not a huge discount, but like a little bit of a discount for different price breaks on certain filament quantities. So that way you can just get a discount on it without even having to contact us. It's stuff that we are able to do better pricing on if you buy more. We'll just automatically have it on the site. You don't need to have your account approved for anything. There's no special registration or approval. You can just add them to your cart. So yeah, I just want to mention that. So like, I know like certain things like some of the bearings and stuff, we have that. Fans, you can get a discount on. I even did a little discount on control boards too. So like if you buy, I think it's 3 is the price break on the control, or 4. So if you get like for an easy board, if you get 4 or more, you can get like a little over $5 off per easy board. Any of our control boards have these discounts on them now. But if a product is eligible for a quantity discount, it will show this table here along with the little banner that says get a discount when you buy in bulk. So I just want to mention that in case you guys were looking for stuff. If you had a bunch of printers you want to upgrade, a lot of the products we have in our shop are now offering quantity discounts with no prior approval. You can just do it right on the site just by adding a quantity to your cart. So, all right.
I recommend PLA, but I would definitely go with like a PLA Pro or PLA Tough brand.
Something a little more rigid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get more life out of it before you have to reprint it.
I mean, I think yeah, if you just went with a good quality PLA, like I wouldn't use like really cheap bottom of the barrel PLAs for that. I think you'd be fine because like a lot of like I use, so like when I printed that Nerf blaster, we had a bunch of coax left over for when we used to sell them, and they had really good quality plastic, and I've had 0 issues with any breakage or anything. I think really when it comes down to it, your print settings and your printer being well dialed in are really going to be what makes it last and be sturdy. Because you can have the best material in the world, but if your printer's not running right and your print settings are crap, the print's going to be crap, right? The other thing too is the beauty about the printing is you can print in PLA, and if it doesn't work out, you can just print another one in a different material or try a different material completely, like try different PLA formulation, like the Tough Stuff or the Plus or whatever. I think that's about it here.
2 hours.
You got anything else? Yeah, we're right at the 2-hour mark. I mean, these naturally just kind of hit around the 1.5 to 2 hour mark. It's a good length. So, and I actually have treats for the doggos. Oh, they heard me grab the bag.
Ichi, want a snack?
You guys want treats? We remembered this week. Yes, we forgot. I think we forgot last week.
Krista remembered.
Yeah, Chris. Oh, she got some treats. She must have went somewhere. Down South Doggies, all natural dog treats. You want all natural dog treats? You guys don't care as long as it tastes good, do you? You guys like garbage food. Hey, Rainbow, can we speak? Yeah, is that a good speak? It's a good speak. Good boy. Go ahead. Let's see if he likes it. Oh, come here. Come on, up.
My boys are not coming.
Come on, up. Come here. No.
Yeah.
Come here. Up. Shake. Good boy.
There's a cat on the front porch. That's probably
there you go. Remo spat the treat out.
Like, I'm good.
He's like, I know it says they're all natural, but it doesn't really like taste as good. Let's see. David said if you look at the live stream, Discord live stream, he put up a thing for showing the connection statistics for his for his machine here.
Live streams.
Yeah, no, I got it. Hang on, I'm sharing. I got the tab open here because Discord allows you to open them in the browser here. So you've got his X1C here, and you can see the connection quality is not great. So basically, Unified does tests to see how good the quality is. It logs like if it's drop, if there's retransmissions, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the Wi-Fi experience metric, and then the K1 is it just works. Now here's the other thing: you got this on the AC Pro here. I actually have a bunch of AC Pros. There's an AC Pro in my office. This one's on a different one. It looks like is this on one of the U6 access points?
Yeah, I think he said it was on Bamboo is on a U6, K1 is on the AC.
Yeah, so I mean, here's the thing too. It's on a U6 light. Okay, so like I have here. I forgot I don't think I switched over. So you got the K1 on the AC Pro, and then you got the X1 on the U6. So yeah, I mean, I don't really care about how fast my Wi-Fi is. I get about 300. Hey, dogs, you want more treats? Yes, they do. You guys going to eat these? Are we going to eat these now? Are they good enough? Are they better than nothing? Remo is definitely not a huge fan of them. Ew, he just spat it out on my leg. They don't like your all-natural dog treats. Like, they want the good shit, okay?
Fully processed.
They want the Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I was saying about the Wi-Fi. I'm waiting for mine to die, which is going to be a while. I think some of my AC Pros are 10 years old because the two in the shop I brought over from my previous place in Oak Lawn, which I think I put in like 2013, 2014, maybe 2015, and they're still running strong. And then this AC Pro that's in my office here and the one downstairs in the basement, I bought those used off a guy on our Discord server. I think I have 4 AC Pros, 2 in the shop, 1 in the garage, 1 in the basement. I have 2 Nano HDs upstairs in the house. And then I have one of their in-wall ones in the basement office downstairs. So I have, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have one of their mesh ones, not the U6 ones, the Wi-Fi 5 ones. So I have 8 access points. Oh, yeah, I have 8 access points on the property.
Maker World. Your model.
Wait, what?
Maker World, your model.
Oh, my model. Yeah.
Scan.
Yeah, let's see how that is. I just gave him some data here.
Google in the other room just ripped out.
Let's see.
Hey, Google, stop.
Maker Lab.
The mic's off.
Yeah, he said he's not. Dave said he's not very happy with the light. I have a light that I got for like $20 at Micro Center, open box. But it's more of a backup. I've never been really impressed with their light products. You get what you pay for. I try to buy their higher end ones. All right, AI scanner. Let's see. Oh, well, that was anticlimactic.
It is a beta, so.
Well, there we go. That's how well the AI scanner works.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. You have to have like the perfect background, perfect lighting.
All right, well, there we go. I mean, I think I could probably do a good scan with a light box, and I have a motorized turntable. I feel like that would probably be ideal. But
mine, I'll try it out.
That was pretty disappointing. I was expecting it to work. I'll be completely honest. All righty. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Tor, you got anything else to add?
Hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy printing as well.
Yes. So anyways, we will be wrapping the stream up. If you guys want to get notified, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and click the little bell icon. You got to make sure it's the full filled in bell, not the one that's like an outline. The full, you hit like it, smash that like button, hit the subscribe and poke the buttons. Okay. Poke it.
Have a good one. See you, Nemo.
Later, everybody. Take it easy. David, and remember,
stopping by.
and keep your shit off the cloud. The cloud is just somebody else's computer, and they don't care about your stuff as much as you do or your privacy.